Welcome to the CAB Builder video tutorial series. This video will cover how to customize calculated pricing methods for your cabinet items within CAB Builder. We recommend setting up your construction methods, material assignments, and cabinet library prior to touching the pricing method, since they usually have a big impact in pricing calculations. After you have completed the previously mentioned categories, open your previous design. Now we will navigate over to the design options to assign the calculated cabinet pricing. We have trial options for linear and cubic footage, but these are intended for trial purposes and users should customize their own setup before making a bid from CAB Builder's calculations. To make your own pricing method to assign to global options, we will begin by navigating to the Pricing Method tab on the main toolbar on the left. Click on the Pricing module. The left side of the screen shows a list of available pricing tables, each effectively representing a way to calculate cabinet prices. Create a new pricing table by clicking the blank page at the top left of the screen. We will create a basic linear foot pricing, so we will name this linear foot. Tables are made of table records, with each record potentially adding value to the price of a cabinet. To add records to the pricing table, we will need to click on the tab labeled Create Pricing Table Record. Each table record has a different logical approach it uses to make its calculation. This menu lists each record name on the left with its logical approach on the right. They are organized in 5 broad categories: basic, per cabinet part, per front part, and per accessories. Check the ballot box next to records you intend to use. Since we are going with a basic linear footage pricing, we will check the box next to base cabinet, wall cabinet, and tall cabinet record types. Click Create to bring these into the table. Select the first table record base cabinet and look at its attributes on the right. The first part explains what it does, which is it adds some value to the price of base cabinets, meaning it has no effect on non-base cabinets. Below this is the name, which we will change to Base Cabinet Cost per Lineal Foot. Then we set the actual numbers below, where we pick the unit and premium. For example, if we leave the unit at cabinet and set the premium to $300, then each base cabinet gets $300 added to its value. But if we set it to the lineal foot, then each base cabinet gets $300 per linear foot of width. We will set this lineal unit to wall cabinet as well, this time with a premium of $250. And the tall cabinets we will set to $400 per lineal foot. Now that we have this new pricing method, we will go back to the design and apply it in Design Options. Let's see the new calculated prices by going to the Bill of Materials, the BOM module. Note that prices can be switched from calculated prices to custom or list prices, both globally and individually. To switch them to the catalog list prices, go to the top left of the center column and click on Set Product Prices to Catalog Values. If you switch them to fixed prices instead, then they are all inheriting the previous prices, but are editable. This should normally be set to calculated. You can do this individually by selecting a cabinet and changing its attributes. For example, if this cabinet has a special accessory in it that increases its price, then select it, go to its attributes, and switch the calculated price to fixed price and type in a custom value. Hit Save at the top of the right-hand column, and the price for this entry is edited. Note that non-cabinet box items like moldings, fillers, end panels, hoods, balances, floating shelves, etc. do not get calculated with the same pricing method. Their prices are instead inherited from their catalog list price. For instance, the arched light rail molding has a list price of 0 by default. To change this, we will go to the catalog we brought it from, find it in the library, and select the item. Change its price to a fixed price of, let's say, $80 per plank and click Save Product to lock in the changes. If we go back to the BOM, we can see this price reflected in the molding entry. Now that these prices are good to go, we can move on to the Reports module. One useful document is the Cabinet Pricing Report. This shows how each cabinet's price was calculated, table record by clicking Show Details in the report attributes. The customer report has several pages, the first of which shows general design details. At the bottom of this page, we also see a table which gathers all the pricing info from the design and generates a table. The total price is the sum of all the individual products found in the BOM or design. The subsequent charges are usually either flat rates or scaled off that total price. These figures are set by default within the catalog settings, but can be adapted for specific designs as well. Let's see how we can do the latter. Click on Open Report Setup at the top left. Select the Report Settings submenu. This screen has various subcharges by each catalog that you select at the top center of the screen. If you have multiple cabinet libraries used in the design, then each one gets its own set of charges. The sales tax will be marked as a percentage scaling off the total price. We will set this to 7%. The tariff charge we will leave at 0, and the design charge can be set to a flat premium or as a percentage upcharge on the total price. We will use an upcharge of 5%. The shipping can also be a flat rate or upcharge. We'll set this to a $500 premium. The installation we set to an upcharge of 5% of the total. The subsequent charges are potential modifiers to the total price to get the promotional discounted price, only one of which can be active. Hover the mouse over the question marks next to each modifier type to see an explanation of what they do. In our example, we will set a discount of 15% upcharge. Click Apply to lock in these changes. The customer report must be regenerated in order to see these new calculations. So click on the material report, then click back on the customer report. Notice the changes in the total table. The subsequent pages in the customer report show catalog by catalog breakdowns of the prices used, as well as subtotal pricing tables. You can set the default charges within the catalog settings. Navigate to the Catalogs module, select the relevant catalog, and click Edit Settings at the top center. Then select the Report Settings submenu. You will see the same menu as seen in the Report Settings. In summary, the pricing method in CAB Builder sets the formula used to calculate all of your cabinet prices. This can be used in conjunction with catalog list prices, as well as manually adjusted fixed prices in order to provide an accurate total for your design. Once you have this total amount, it can be used to calculate other items like installation, shipping, and design charges, among others, all of which will be added to a final total as seen in the customer report. Thank you for watching. To view additional video tutorials, please visit www.cabbuildersoftware.com/training.